Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Knit Night. Hey, chat. Hey, everybody. Um, Super Bowl's over, so
Yeah.
it's the end of this version of sports ball, which we will be moving on to baseball. So I'm Liz, and Teresa's here, and so is Mama Nevin, Joan, and welcome. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend and a lovely week and got a lot of work done on their projects. Um, so, yeah. So, what's up with you guys?
I just want to say for all of my viewers, I am working on my camping blanket, like I promised.
Yay.
Hey,
Uh,
she has a purpose.
That's right. I have a finished object before I forget. My new hat pattern Be Mine. It will be out tomorrow on Ravelry and Lovecraft sometime tomorrow afternoon after I get photos.
That's
So,
really pretty.
thank you. It's going to be free pattern, so knit as many as you want if you like it, you know, to kind of counteract some of those other knitting hats that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if you knit in red. If you feel you must, go for it. I'm not going to censor your color choices. Everybody should be allowed to knit red hats regardless.
It doesn't have a cat toy on the top of it? Oh.
No. I mean, if you really wanted to put one, you could, but it would kind of look weird. But, you know, people modify my patterns. That's entirely their choice. You know, whatever makes you happy. But I wanted to, you know, put something out there and kind of out there for the community, or at least our community anyway. Since pretty sure not many of us are knitting protest hats. At least not the kind of protest hats that are popular right now, which evidently is a pattern that's difficult to follow from what it looks like on Reddit.
I'm protesting red being taken away from the Republicans.
Well, it's not taken away. They just subconsciously are knitting MAGA hats. They just don't know it because it's subconscious. So, and the more time they're spending wearing knitting hats, the less time they're out there getting in the way of things. So,
yes,
you know,
yes,
you want to protest? That's entirely your right. Go for it. We don't have to participate. So, that's that. Therese, what are you making?
I have 2 active whips right now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, is dinner ready?
No, it's telling me that my sugar's too high right now. I need to drink some water.
Well, go for it. Drink water.
I will.
I'll wait. Go ahead.
Let me finish this stitch. Go ahead. Go.
Okay.
Look, it's a standoff.
Okay. I finished the body of my ranunculus.
Yay! That color is pretty.
So now I just have to do the sleeves.
Very pretty.
Are you doing long or short or 3/4?
3/4. I was like, ooh, let me just make the short sleeve. And then I'm like, this is too woolly for that.
Yeah.
Not wool, but I don't know. Cashmere.
Well.
Cashmere. And then I'm working on my blanket.
Ooh, that was so squishy.
Is that your February entry?
Not yet. It's still, what is it, the 10th? 9th. Yeah. We're good.
Okay.
I went ahead and did mine the other day because I didn't want to forget.
I'm going to wait till February 27th.
I wrote it down.
Just don't wait till the 29th.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a problem. The 27th is my little baby boy's birthday.
Oh, nice.
He'll be 31, I think.
Not so little.
No, he's my sweet baby boy. He came to watch the Super Bowl with us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, well, as I've said a million times, anytime I get to see my kids, I'm happy.
I get it. And he's always going to be your baby boy, regardless of how old he is. Even when he has his own babies, if he does, he's still
Well,
going to be your baby.
I didn't say this on my show because I forgot, but I went to the doctor the other day and he looks at me and he goes, "So you're 66 and you have a couple of kids, so you must have some grandkids running around." And I was like, "You'd think, but no." Not that I'm bitter or anything.
Tell him your doctor prescribed grandkids for you.
Right.
Right?
Oh,
I had to show him my granddog's picture.
there you go. My sister-in-law is getting her second grandchild. She's very excited. First boy in that generation.
See, we have in Ned's family, we have a lack of girls.
We have lack of boys.
The generation after my kids' generation had some girls, but our generation, they had 6 grandsons.
My mother-in-law and father-in-law have 17 grandchildren, and 2 are boys. So
We did finally get a niece, but her mom and her dad split up, so we didn't get to see her very much after that.
well,
So that was unfortunate.
my son feels it's his job to carry on the family name because his other cousin is from my sister-in-law, so he has a different last name.
Mhm.
And he's felt this pressure, this self-inflicted pressure.
Mhm.
And we're like, your uncle has 3 boys, and they have sons and grandsons, so the family name's fine. If you have kids, that's great. If it's a boy, that's great. If it's a girl, that's great. Don't feel like, you owe anybody.
Yeah. Well, I am the last of my maiden name.
Aw,
Yeah. So, not my fault.
indeed. So I finished another strip of my blanket, Joan.
Beautiful. Let me see.
Thank
Can you
you.
put it up close to the camera? That is so pretty, Liz.
Thank you. This is the one I'm on now.
I will be buying that when it comes out.
Awesome. I have one more strip after this, and then the border, and then it'll be done.
Yeah.
Because I made it way too big, and
As you do.
don't listen, Therese, because you're still cold, but it's getting warm here, and I don't want to be knitting on it when it's that warm. So
Let me see what my temperature is right now.
You be quiet. Just nobody wants to hear it.
Love you, Therese.
Nobody wants to hear that nonsense.
Well, when I am melting this summer, you can laugh at me.
I'll be melting and sweating and not breathing.
It's 75 right now. And I mean, we were concerned because our AC went out. It was like, I didn't think I'd have to worry about that in February. But there you go. It's been a really warm February.
let's see what we're at. You beat me. We're only at 69.
I think it's bad that where I live is warmer than you. Something's wrong with that picture.
Yeah, I don't get it, but you know what? I just hope it doesn't mean we're going to have 120 in May.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
It's 21 here.
yeah, Amy, I don't know. It's a weird winter. It's a weird
Very weird.
fall. But
Well, we've noticed that when we have a mild winter, people back east get slammed. So, sorry. It's the whole, I think we have an El Nino right now.
is that what it is?
I think so. I think that's what my husband said. So if I'm wrong, it's his fault.
Does he know that?
Yes.
Okay.
I gave my doctor her socks today,
Yay.
Yay.
and she immediately went and put them on. So, I mean, that's knitworthy right there.
Absolutely.
She loved her sparkly red toes.
Aw.
And I told her I had Liz specially dye the red sparkly yarn for her, and she started crying. I'm like,
Not me.
no, wait.
Not me. You mean Lynn?
Lynn, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Lynn, Chicken Lady.
Yes.
Because her scarlet color is gorgeous.
Sherry says you're worse than in PA. They had 30. Or
Oh, tropical.
was nice at 20 today with the sun.
Oh my gosh.
So.
I remember this one. I'm just hoping this kills all the bugs. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yep. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because I had to take those earbuds out because they were sounding really weird.
Oh,
So I'm not
Sisters.
using them.
two sisters yelling at me.
Why was she yelling?
More water.
Drink your water.
Yeah, I may have to go refill.
Hmm.
That's what having that nice little tabletop ice maker is great for, because you can have cold water all the time.
Yeah. We got a new freezer, new refrigerator recently, so it has an ice maker in it, but it didn't have a filter. So,
Weird.
It is.
Hmm.
I don't know. So everybody tuckered out from watching. Well, Joan didn't watch the game. She watched the puppies, but
I watched the game. I just didn't watch the halftime show.
I heard it wasn't worth it.
I watched Puppy Bowl,
The puppies are adorable.
and I was working on my Mama Nevin blanket and gave myself an injury.
Oh no.
Yeah, I probably, this is the last thing I'm going to crochet this week, because my wrist was bothering me last night really bad.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I hit like 55, my warranty on my body ran out. So,
As it does.
Uh,
Is anyone watching the Olympics on Peacock?
yes.
Are you finding that it's like 85% commercials and 15% Olympics?
I haven't watched a ton, but there's always too many ads everywhere.
I mean,
YouTube's
yesterday
infuriating.
it was all DraftKings ads before the game,
Hmm.
but it's like I turned it on and they were in the middle of someone skating and they cut it off before the skate was over. And I'm like, are you serious? It's crazy. I miss the old days when it was on like 5 different networks and you could watch it like
Yes.
24 hours. And
remember when that was all you could watch?
And you went to McDonald's and you got your little sticky things to put on your, you could get free stuff.
Yep. It's interesting. My son was funny because I was talking. He didn't realize that they were having the Olympics right now, and he's like, "Where is it?" I said, "In Milan Cortina." And he's like, "Is there snow there?" I'm like, "Sweetie, it's the Italian Alps. Yes, there's snow there. They have snow in Italy."
Yes.
For some reason, he completely forgot that they had mountains.
He's thinking it's Sicily or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Kat says if you watch the playback, it's less commercials. Good to know.
Hmm. That's what I've been doing. I haven't been watching it live too much.
I started watching more playbacks because it just got annoying. And every time I switched to a different sport, I'd get 15 commercials before the sport started.
Mhm.
So
did you see the thing about the medals how the medals are falling apart
I did.
as soon as they put them on?
Oh,
I
didn't
saw
see-
that. They're just falling off the ribbons,
Oh, wow.
which that's pretty sad. But, you know. So one athlete that was taking people on her dating experience in the Olympic Village, calling herself the most eligible bachelorette in Italy. I'm like, that's thinking pretty high of yourself there, lady. Hey, Lynn, you're allowed to eat dinner. Just waiting for the biathlon, cross country skiing, and rifles. Yeah, I like to watch those too. I like to watch some of the events you don't ever get to see anymore. I think we were spoiled growing up because we had wide world of sports.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to see all the horse racing and the horse jumping and all the events, you know, that happen year round that you don't see anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to see all of the sports. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I guess 4 people crashed at the same area where Lindsey Vonn crashed. So,
Okay. Am I the only one that thinks it's a shame that Lindsey Vonn went in and took the spot from a younger person? Could
yeah,
have done better.
I kind of agree with you. Especially after she got injured, she should have bowed out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they kind of
Right.
downplayed her injury at first because
Yeah.
David went on a rant about it. And I was like, well, you know, if she's not hurt that bad, then she can continue this. And that. They downplayed her injury. And then
Yeah.
later on, she was like, oh, yeah, it's 100% torn. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't until she was already in Italy that came out.
Right.
And yeah, I think the federation should have some say in that kind of thing.
Yep.
Because, like you said, you're taking somebody else's spot,
Right.
you know?
Right. Somebody who's probably been, you know, I mean, she got there basically on her name. And
Well, she had won like 3 of the last 4 World Cup races. So
Mhm.
she had gotten back up there in, you know, the top competitors, but I still think they should have, once she injured herself, they should have sent somebody
Yep.
else.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But, you know, they don't ask us.
I don't know why. We could tell them.
And I did see that the captain of the Miracle on Ice team, Maruzioni, had some not so nice things to say about the athletes who felt uncomfortable participating under the U.S. flag. Basically, you know, go home then.
Yeah, you're free to sit home and watch it with us.
Well, that one athlete he came out today with a statement about how excited he is to compete for America. So I guess the negativity got to him. And the other girl said she had to go off of social media because she got angry comments. Well, and she was just voicing her opinion. Well, and they were voicing their opinions back. That's what happens when you voice your opinion at a public forum. People might not like it, and they'll tell you so. Now, she shouldn't have gotten threats. That's terrible.
No.
But people disagreeing with her, that's
I
what happens when you,
I doubt there were threats.
I'm sure probably, I doubt there were threats. There were probably more like, well, if you don't, you know, go
Right.
home then or stuff like that. But
Oh, no.
I
They
don't know.
were mean to me.
You know,
Hey.
yeah, well, people don't always have to like what you say because, you know, you're an athlete. You don't get a pass.
Yeah.
You're representing all of us, not just yourself when you put that flag on. So you have to listen to what people say. And yeah, our tax money does go to the Olympic teams too. But I just like to see the athletes who, you know, work so hard and so grateful for the opportunity and, you know, just want to do well and appreciate the fans. You know.
The only thing I don't like is when they have, like I know the men's basketball and such, they'll have professional athletes go and play in the Olympics. Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be amateurs.
I remember, I mean, yeah, it was Jordan and all them on the Dream Team the first time they let the pros play. And it was so, it's not the Olympics anymore.
Right.
No.
I mean, granted, other countries send their pros, but we
Well, I don't like
didn't.
it when they do it
I don't
either.
either. I mean, that was what was so great about the Lake Placid hockey, because they all were amateurs. They were college kids playing against these guys who've been playing together for years, and
Oh, that hockey team.
the Miracle on Ice. Yeah.
Oh, love that.
Yeah, that was amazing. And it happened in New York, so they were playing in our country. So
Yeah.
but,
Cried like a baby over that.
well, hopefully the athletes will focus on the games and not worry about saying things in interviews. And they could have just said, you know what, my focus right now is on competing,
Right.
and people would have been fine with that answer and just let it go.
That would have been perfectly acceptable.
Well, they could be like Billie Eilish and have Native American teams
Ooh, yeah.
trying
She-
to take her land back.
Yeah, they're not too happy with her,
Well,
which is fine with me. I don't care.
I just think if you're going to speak out like that, you should get your facts straight before you
Mm-hmm.
realize where your
Facts
land came
don't
from.
matter.
I did see the mayor of Chicago said that their murder rate's down 30% since Trump sent troops in, but he didn't want to admit
Kill
it.
him. That had to kill him to say
It
that.
did. He talked about other crime and stuff that hadn't gone down, and he had to admit the murder rate's
You're
gone
bragging about crime.
down. Well, yeah. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. How you not think any crime going down is a good thing?
Yeah. Well, I read somewhere, I don't know how true it is, that a police officer in New York got stabbed, I think it was. And the mayor went to see
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
stabber in the hospital.
Oh yeah, because he had
Not
mental health. He had mental health issues, so he shouldn't go to jail, is what the mayor said. And yes, he probably does have mental health issues, but he also, was probably cognizant of knowing he was trying to stab people.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'm very worried about New York. I'm worried about all of y'all up in the north, to be honest with you. And us out here, and
Yeah. yeah.
I
Kat
say
says
you're
you're,
in California. I'd worry about myself.
Kat says you're right. The skating lady almost cost us the gold medal. She should focus on that and let's on her interviews.
Mhm.
And the one girl, I mean, I'm sure she's a very good skater. I don't know why she has raccoon hair, but if you saw her hair, it's like blonde and black,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dark, and I'm like, I don't get that hairstyle.
That's what she wants to do. That's fine.
But-
It looks weird, but whatever.
I don't know. It's weird seeing team figure skating. I don't
Yeah, it's not like it used to be.
know.
Back in the good old days.
The good old days. I was watching a lot of basketball videos the other day because I saw a thing with Larry Bird, and they were all the other basketball players, Magic Johnson, and then we're talking about how scary he was
Mhm.
and how they hated playing against him, and because he could be everywhere.
Who?
Larry Bird,
Oh, okay.
and how he and Magic had such a rivalry, and it wasn't personal, like they didn't hate each other, but they both wanted to beat each other every time. And it wasn't until Magic went to Boston to film a commercial with him, or to Indiana, sorry, and met Larry Bird's mom, who cooked lunch for him and basically told him that you two are the same person and you need to get over it. And then they became friends. But that he was the king of trash talking. But that's when basketball was better too, before
Yeah.
Ugh,
it became just,
unwatchable now.
it really is. And the Super Bowl's over now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Lady, I haven't watched it in a long time either. It's, disappointing. It's all jumps now. A lot of the figure skating, the individual. It used to be more artistic with some jumps, and now it's jumps, and some of them are artistic, and then some of them just skate, jump, skate, jump, skate, jump. Torval and Dean were the best
Yeah.
ice dancers out there because they were innovative and, you know, changed the sport.
How many trans people do they have competing?
I don't know. I know that IOC has finalized their new rules
There's
that are going
one.
to come out soon.
There's one woman to man that is competing with the women that I know of.
See, that still doesn't seem fair to me because she's got testosterone.
She's
in
on
her system.
testosterone, yes.
Well, I guess they're working out their rules, and their rules are going to be across the board for all the sports, and it's going to be very much keeping women's events for women. I don't know. We'll see. I know my son's university is under investigation now because of the volleyball scandal, the college volleyball scandal, because they boycotted that one college, and their school said they weren't going to boycott, and they said we're not playing, and they said they threatened them, they bullied them and threatened them, and basically said there would be legal problems and all this, that, and said, you know, you need to think of the facts. And they gave him a list of the facts. And one of the facts was this woman is a man. I mean, this man is a woman. And flat out just said that was a fact. And they didn't play. And so now they're getting investigated because of the bullying and not following the rules.
Why can't we create another category?
Exactly.
Yeah, just create a trans category. Let them compete against themselves.
So much to say. So much.
Gerald, I wasn't old enough for Olga Corbett, but I remember Dorothy Hamill and Peggy Fleming.
Olga Corbett. Yeah,
I
she's
remember
cute.
Olga.
Yeah.
I've seen the videos, but I was too young to watch it when she was skating, I think.
No,
But
Olga.
No, she was a gymnast.
I mean, that's right, gymnast. No, okay, who was the skater? Who was the
Dorothy Hamill.
No, the one before her.
Peggy Fleming.
Yeah.
No, before her though.
Wow.
Okay, Peggy Fleming. We're talking like
50s, maybe. She was in the 50s.
oh, I think I
At the
know
end of the 50s.
Sonia Henney.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
before my
No,
time,
Kathy-
but I know who she is.
Kathy Rigby's a gymnast too.
Kathy Rigby. Yep.
But I remember watching Peggy Fleming and Dorothy Hamill.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Dorothy Hamill haircut at the time, so
Yeah, me too.
I think many of us in that age group
He did.
had a Dorothy Hamill haircut.
I tried, but my hair was too wavy.
Mm.
I don't think it affected a lot of moms. I think they just did it anyway because it was easy. But I don't know. I think the sport, it's great that the skill sets level up, but I think sometimes some of the sports you lose a little bit of the artistry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember watching Sonia Henney, videos of her, and they wouldn't even let her in the rink today because she was very mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had to do the figures back then.
Right.
The first part was the figures. They had to skate those,
Mm-hmm.
and then they skated their short program and then their long program,
Mm-hmm.
and then they eliminated the figures sometime in the 80s or 90s, I think.
Probably the
I want to
90s.
say 90s.
Because I remember some of the ones like Debbie Thomas and them having to do the figures.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to be sometime in the 90s. But then they changed it, and now it's like the way they judging is totally different. And
Mm-hmm.
having the score up on the thing while they're skating is weird. Is that like judges doing that, or is that AI doing it?
I don't know. I think it's AI because it happens so quick.
That's what I thought too. But I don't know. Hopefully our individual competitions will go well for our athletes.
Yeah.
And I do want to see some of the other sports like the biathlon and all that, and
Mhm.
the speed skating and the
I like
luge
speed
and the
skating.
bobsled.
Yeah.
I like luge and bobsled too.
Yeah, me too.
I guess Jamaica has a team again.
Yep.
My husband was telling me about, I don't know if it's in the Olympics or before, but there was a bobsled team that went down and 3 of them like tripped as they were getting in. So it was just the guy in the
Yeah.
front.
Mhm.
And he had to scoot to the back to hit the brake.
Yeah.
Oh,
He should get a special award for that.
yeah.
You would think. Yeah, I like the bobsled. I would
Yeah.
never do it, but it looks fun.
And the luge.
Luge.
I don't even know what skeleton is, but that's fine.
Skeleton is when they lay on their back, I think.
Well, no, luge, they're on their backs.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Or maybe
because they have
skeletons are on the front then.
because they have the 2-man luge where one guy lays down and the other guy lays down on top of him too. It's weird.
Whatever.
Okay, let's see what skeleton is.
I don't know. I think they lay head
They,
first.
they do head first, face down.
Well, that
on
you
the
crash,
skeleton.
that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, they were, a high-speed winter sliding sport where athletes race head first, face down an icy track, controlling them with subtle body movements for maximum speed.
That's the crap we did as kids.
I know, on a sled, you'd run and jump on the sled.
That's the stuff your mama told you not to do.
And I did it anyway.
That's the
Well,
stuff you didn't do when your mom was around, or you did in someone else's yard
Nah, she didn't.
or street.
See, that's the problem of being born in the South. We didn't get to do that stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have much snow in North Carolina. I think I can remember one snowstorm before we moved to New Jersey, and then we had a lot of snow.
You didn't get to drag your face across the crusty ice? Good times.
Did that in Jersey though. But, yeah, I didn't know what a snow day was until I moved to New Jersey. We had never had one. Like, what, you don't have to go to school because of the weather? What is this nonsense? But I saw this thing where they were people were going to all different people, asking them what year they were born, and then asking them what Jenny's number was.
Ah,
And
8675309.
exactly. And the one was a Gen Z almost, and he's like, if she doesn't get it, I'm going to be very disappointed in her.
my kids would get it because they listened to 80s music the whole childhoods.
Yeah.
Because I raised them right.
I saw one lady who said that she told her daughters when someone wanted their phone number and they didn't want to give their real phone number to give that number. Because chances are they were 20 years old, whoever it was would not catch on.
Nope.
Amy, that park was built when I was an adult.
Mm.
She said we had cardboard sledding on the hill by John Sledhead Park. And they didn't build that till I was an adult. So sorry.
So you could have
Do
still
that.
slid down it.
Well, I mean, they just built it not too long before I moved away. So
It was fun. It was fun as kids pretending to be pretending you could do Olympic sports. You know,
my kids used to, in our living room, in their socks, would twirl around like they were ice skating.
Mm.
It was very cute. So
So,
so I got a couple books for my birthday.
you
oh,
did what you get.
This one, a friend of mine gave me this one, which is Oregon's Knitting Cables.
ooh.
It's a great book. I've only barely looked through it. There's some lovely patterns, but there's over 150 stitch patterns of cables in here. And it's a really nice book. And then I got this one for myself because it's 60 quick knit squares since I have so much. So
Oh,
much
that's right
scrap
up
yarn.
your alley.
Yeah, I had got an Amazon gift card, so I used this, and they're really nice. I've got so much scrap yarn. I was thinking I could make it scrap yarn square blanket knit as opposed to crochet because
And enter it into
Yeah.
J.
well, at some point when I cast it on somewhere, and then I got some lovely Memento Mori from Tina, which is so pretty.
Very cool.
So that's that. I've been working on this blanket to get it done. I want to get it done so I can get the pattern out and move on to another blanket. Tina knows what I mean. But this one is using more yardage than I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing in this size. But I don't know if anybody wants to make it as big as I am. But it's going to be pretty much a scrap. Use whatever yarn you want. Hold two strands together, either marl it or however you want. Mostly just with Stash Buster.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited, and then have other ones to cast on because it seems to be the year of the blanket, Joan. Wonder why.
Did you see my crown on my show?
Yeah,
Myself?
you need to crochet or knit a crown.
I don't have time. I got too many blankets to do.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing. I'm in the middle of losing weight, so I'm not making as many sweaters right now because I don't want to make them and then not wear them. And since it's already, you know how hot, it's not like I'm wearing the ones I have right now. So those are taking a back seat. I've got to make a couple crochet blankets at some point this year for my kids. And there's so many patterns out there that's making it really hard to decide. Unfortunately.
I know.
She's trying them all.
Therese, did we show her any new patterns this week to get her to cast on something? No.
No, but it's only Monday, so you know.
That is true. And football's over. So in between the time, spring training's upon us, but in between this and when the season starts, she has time to start another one or two probably.
It's true. It's true.
I have a list
Mm-hmm.
here. I'll show you the ones I've worked on so far this year because it's not that I'm going to finish. It's the ones I'm working on.
Well, you're going to finish that gift package one, aren't you?
Yeah.
You only have 15 squares or something?
Oh.
I can't.
Here's my list. So the ones in white I have not worked on yet this year. So I need to work on them.
Ooh. It's always
Well,
fun
Go ahead.
when people in the chat are ordering yarn from our friends.
Yay. Yes, order from Tina.
And
I have
Lynn.
it passed on tomorrow. I do this sometimes. Sports ball. So not every year, but I like to cast on socks in my team colors and have them ready for opening day.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. So this year for baseball, I have it's all janky. Anyway, I have this
Ooh.
Ooh, that's very Baltimore.
it's called flamingo, so it's a little less orange than it could be, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So I'm going to cast them on tomorrow because pitchers and catchers report tomorrow. And I hope to have them done opening day, March 26th.
do you want to see my baseball blanket I made that Pirate claimed
Yes, I do.
a couple of years ago? All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, I got to fix this game.
So are you still working on your Baltimore blanket from last year?
That was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh,
I have to do the edging. I have to
So-
get some. I have to see if I have enough white yarn to do just like maybe a single crochet around the whole edge.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad. That
Yeah.
you can finish in February or
True.
March or April.
Yeah, whatever. It's a long
Did-
season.
Do you have to make David sports socks as well, or does he not get team socks?
I'm not making brown socks.
Okay, this is
Let's see.
my angel blanket from a couple of years ago. And I did a square for every day. So I figured out how many days there were from the beginning of the season to the end of the season.
Holy crap! It's 162 games, girl.
I know.
A lot of squares.
So I did this.
Are they
and-
little tiny? They're little tiny squares, right?
Yeah, they're not huge.
Okay.
They're bigger than our
Bigger
Battenberg.
than the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're actually probably about the same size as far as how much you have to do, but they're it was a bigger needle. But anyway, the code was gray was a no game day.
Oh, you even did no games. Oh,
Yes, I did
Wow.
games. And
that's more
then
than 162.
red was winning, but blue was losing.
Okay. I did mine where orange was home win,
Mm-hmm.
white was away win, black was home loss, gray was away loss.
Well, until
But I
the
didn't do
angel,
the no game days, no.
until Artie Marino sells the team, I'm not making another angel blanket.
Well, don't hold your breath because then you'd be in trouble. Because it's not likely to be sold soon.
I know nobody wants them. He had a chance to make $2 billion and backed out.
You're bad as
Who
the
does
Pirates.
Who does that?
It's a pride thing. Oh
Mhm.
no, we're gonna keep trying to win. Well, you're not gonna win if you keep getting rid of your best players.
Exactly.
Don't get me on a soapbox about the Angels. It would be ugly.
Okay, so don't talk about them.
Okay.
Let's talk about sports ball.
But not the Angels.
No, because
You can talk about the Angels. I mean, I now have, even though my son tells me I'm a traitor, I do watch the Dodgers because I have seen Shohei play. He's amazing. So
Whatever.
my son was very excited because Kubiak got forced into admitting he was coming to Vegas yesterday.
he was what?
Kubiak's going to be head coach for the Raiders.
Mhm.
And they made him say it yesterday because the press kept asking him what he was going to do, and he kept saying he just wanted to spend the night celebrating with his family. And they kept pushing him, and finally he said, "Guys, I'm going to Las Vegas." So he finally admitted. I guess it's a done deal now. So I texted my son. I'm like, "Are you sure you want him for your O coach? Because their offensive line is not doing so hot in this game." And he's like, "Yep." Okay.
There's so many things that make up a winning team. It's
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. But
there's never a magic formula. Sometimes it just happens.
and yesterday was very unexpected. I mean, I thought the Seahawks would win. I never guessed it would be like that. Though.
Not like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, the Patriots wasn't that bad, honestly. I mean,
Well, their defense is better than their offense.
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Their defense, not their offense, but their defense. There were a lot of punts coming from Seattle too, because they couldn't score. And then there was the halftime, whatever.
Mm-mm.
that I did not watch.
Nope. I watched the puppies. I told my husband during halftime, I was like, "Find Puppy Bowl. That's what I want to watch." So we watched Puppy Bowl, and those puppies are so cute.
They are. Who puts on the Puppy Bowl?
I don't know, but it's been going for 20 years.
Wow.
You think it would be a big thing that it would convince people to run out and adopt puppies?
Well, I think that's the purpose. But Pirate says no to puppies.
Pirate or your husband?
My husband.
Mhm. Blame it on the dog.
Yeah. Well, I know this sounds morbid, but we don't want a dog to outlive us. That's the thing. At our age, we got to take it dog by dog. So, because I've told my children that if I die and I have a dog and they put them in a pound, I will haunt them.
They probably would not do something like that because
I
No.
know they better not.
Lefty Crochet said she saw the game at church and they skipped halftime to award prizes for best queso and best salsa.
Nice.
You know, honestly, that sounds like a fun time.
I know, right? I want to do that.
It sounds like a lot of people skipped it.
Mhm.
Yeah, from what
I saw a meme that I thought was hilarious, and it said, people who don't speak Spanish watching the halftime show, and they showed them with this really puzzled look on their face. And they said, people who do speak Spanish watching the halftime show, and they had a puzzled look on their face too. I wonder
it didn't seem like the crowd in the stadium was into it from the
why.
shots that I saw.
Well, and the funny thing was, so this whole, I got a whole lot to say about it, but I'm not going to. The whole thing was in Spanish, except they put up that billboard that said, what did it say? Hate is worse than love, or some, I don't know, some, preachy thing.
Mhm.
Well, that was in English, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why not put that in Spanish?
Yeah, I heard the alternative halftime show has had 40 million views.
Good.
And they're going to do it again next year. And now they have the whole year to plan
Yeah.
as opposed to 2 months. So I don't know. Unfortunately, it won't matter because stupid
No.
Goodall is Goodell, whatever his name is. He doesn't care. He
No.
wants a global audience, and other countries really don't care about our football. I mean, yeah, they might be entertained when we go play in their country one time a year.
Yeah.
But
And
they
they
really
wear-
don't care about our football.
And
I hate the
they wear their
internationals. I hate
different,
it.
their different jerseys. It's fun to see what jerseys
Mhm.
they wear
Yeah.
for the game.
Yeah, it's just becoming disappointing.
Mhm.
So a cat says she heard a lot of Spanish speakers didn't understand him. Rick, it looked like people, the celebrities who were there with him, didn't understand him.
Yeah. Yep. I don't
I
get
don't-
the point of that, but whatever.
I heard he deleted all his social media because of the clapback.
Yeah.
I don't know. That between that and the lame commercials,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
it's like nobody puts in effort. They pay multi-millions of dollars to get their commercial in the Super Bowl, but they don't put any effort into it whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad the Budweiser commercials are back, but I still don't trust them.
Right.
No, but that was the best commercial.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of them I still don't even know what products they were talking about.
Mm-mm.
Like,
So those of you that were lecturing me to drink water, my blood sugar has gone down.
See?
there you go.
Yeah.
We try to be healthy here on Midnight,
Yeah, okay.
We nag you. We'll nag you if you have to do something.
Yeah,
Right.
it was either drink water or go for a walk, and I don't think you'd want me to do that.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
us
Amy. There was the pro life commercial, which was nice. Which I'm shocked that it actually got through. Quite frankly.
Mhm.
See, I watched. Here's the thing: I've seen people talking about the different commercials. We watched it on Peacock, and I didn't see a lot of those commercials. I think they may have been just for NBC.
I saw some of them, but to me, right before the hour or two before the game started, all I was getting was DraftKings ads,
Yeah,
which
yeah, we're a little tired of Kevin Hart now.
Oh, I guess I didn't. We'd already turned it, but I guess there was a commercial of joining ICE after the Bethany show wrapped.
I didn't see that.
I wasn't watching because we were not watching the halftime show, so I don't know. But I thought the Kurt Russell skiing commercial was cute. If you saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that one. It's okay.
Yeah, I think the commercial, the joy of this Super Bowl commercial is the thing of the past now.
I know.
Used to be so good, and now they're just
I know. Well, it's like, even if you didn't care about the game, the commercials were so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, and believe me, some good commercials would have come in handy during this game.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it the truth? Yeah, I was like, it came down to the wire, and it's like, okay, come on, let's get something going, either commercials or some more points on the board, because I thought it was going to be 12-0 throughout the whole game. But I could never imagine the amount of pressure they're under playing the game. That's at that level in that game with all the TV and everybody. I can imagine the pressure is really a lot. Maybe not every athlete can handle it. Yeah, the Duncan commercial was bizarre.
The AI commercial, yeah, like
it wasn't even funny. It was like weird.
Well, I'm telling you, there were so many times when a commercial would come on, and me and my husband would look at each other and go, "What was that about?"
Mm-mm.
Yeah, trying to figure out what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like Emma Stone destroying computers, and it's like, what? It just looks like she's having a breakdown. Like, what? It's bizarre.
Dumb. That was a dumb commercial.
Yeah. I liked when they had the Doritos commercial contests where they would have all the Doritos ads that people made.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, we lived through the golden age of commercials.
Mm-hmm.
We lived through the golden age of a lot of stuff.
Well, I think my opinion, nobody cares, but my opinion is people don't have as much imagination anymore.
Nope.
Well, kids aren't pushed to use their imagination.
Exactly.
Everything is handed for them. They can look up everything.
Right.
Right. Everything was, they don't have to work to get information, like we did. So it's a lot easier for them to do things in school or projects and things because they don't have to go to the library and try to find books that you can actually use for a paper and then have to type a bibliography where you're going to mess up. So you have to start over again because you can't have any typos in your bibliography, or your footnotes. You have to put your footnotes just so much lower than the typeset. They don't have to do all that formatting. The crap's done for them.
They don't even have to write it. They get AI to write it for them.
Mm-hmm.
My son called me right before we started because he was very not big on AI learning. And his first week of school, some of the professors were pro AI and some were against it. And one told him, because he was not a business major undergrad, he was poli-sci, he didn't have some of the business courses for this major. And that professor told him, if you need to know how to do the problems, go to AI, because they'll teach you the tutorial, and that's usually good. And then you can check it to make sure it's right.
Well, what are
But
we
he said-
paying
Say,
you
AI
for
gets it
then?
wrong.
Well,
a
just
lot.
because sometimes he gets the notes in class, and he said, and if you're not sure, come to me and I'll go through it with you. But if you just want, just a refresher on the tutorial, you can do it through AI, because that's one of the things that AI is good for. And then his other professor went on a tirade against AI, went off and off on it. And then the first assignment was an AI generated assignment. Like, could you be more hypocritical?
Yeah.
And then today he said he went in and he didn't understand. It had been so long since he took statistics that he couldn't remember some of the
Mhm.
things. So he used AI to remind himself how to do the problems, and then he went and checked them. But he said it's a good refresher tool for something if you've already had it.
Sure.
But he won't count on it. And yeah, Amy, every senior should have to use a card catalog to graduate high school for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Dewey Decimal System, absolutely. But yeah, he said it's so different because some professors are so pro AI and some are against it. And
Well, I mean, it's like, okay, so the AI's doing your job for you then, right?
Yeah.
What it seems like.
it does. But he said they also have all these ways that they can test if you're using AI for your papers and your tests. So,
Well, that's good.
there's AI detected stuff that they use, software and things. So he said it's not about using it to complete an assignment. It's just a way for him to refresh himself to catch up to.
Oh, it has
Because
its
Yeah.
it has its purpose.
Because he didn't have a business undergrad, and he's taking business, getting a master's in business. So some of the courses he had little bits of, and this way he can refresh himself and not have to, go in there blind,
Mhm.
so, as it were. But it was enlightening to him because when he graduated high school before AI was a thing. So, and even in his undergrad, he graduated 2 years ago. They did not use AI at all because it was before it really became available. But we didn't have cell phones. We had calculators. Remember that? And before that, you need to learn how to do math because it's not like you're going to be carrying a calculator around you every day.
I got
We
one
did-
here. Yeah.
Exactly.
Calculators did not get invented until I think I was like a senior in high school, and they were so expensive
Mhm.
that nobody had them.
Scientific calculators, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I had to buy
I
one.
remember
For my daughter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
my parents bought one for my brother. It was like $150 for a calculator. That's crazy. And
I wasn't smart enough to go to those classes,
me either.
but those kids had to use slide rules.
My brother started with slide rule before they got to calculators. My dad he still used his slide rule when I was a kid because he said, you know what, sometimes it's good to double check
Mhm.
to remind yourself of how to do the techniques. Because,
Right.
we also had to learn how to read a map, remember?
Mhm.
Like a physical map where you would get coordinates and you have to find them on a map. And that's not taught anymore either.
Nope. These kids are lost. Honestly, if the cell phone towers ever go down, they're screwed.
And I don't blame them. I blame the fact that the basics aren't taught anymore.
Right.
I think I'm really watching to see what happens with these schools that won't let kids use cell phones because their grades are coming up
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's not going to do any good unless what they're teaching is the right things.
Right.
And if they're just teaching to pass tests and not teaching skills to learn, then
Mhm.
it's not going to matter anyway.
Well, my kids, my husband was a maintenance person. And so he had our kids out in the garage learning how to build stuff and blah, blah, blah. And you'd be surprised how many of their friends don't know how to build anything.
Yeah. My dad had us out there. We learned how to build a deck and
Mm-hmm.
rock walls and all the basic maintenance on your vehicle.
Well, my son built his own game console. Let me go take a picture. I'll be right back. I know you laugh at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I remember that's how it was.
Yep.
It's different. A lot of the kids have so much information at hand right now. So they don't have to think. Like we had to think to figure out ways to solve problems. And so they've lost a lot of problem solving skills because they're never taught how to do it. And they said that's why so many younger people have so much anxiety, because they don't have the skills. If something were to happen, they have no skill base on how to survive it.
I don't know if I talked about this before, maybe because I was kind of outraged. I had to try to walk a cashier through giving me change.
Oh God.
And it
That's
was
bad.
sad and disturbing.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
He built that from nothing. He programmed it and put a bunch of games on it, and it's at my house.
Of course.
It should be at his house, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, we all learned to type on a typewriter. We didn't learn on a computer.
Mhm.
Oh, I had to learn how to type on a manual typewriter.
That's what we learned on.
I had
That's-
some strong pinkies, let me tell you.
Let me
I'll
just
never-
say 2 words. Space. I'm not getting rid of space.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
like the sound of 30 kids zipping that
Mhm.
zing, ding, back and forth, and having to take the typing tests to see how fast you could type.
Mhm.
Hated those. I was
I
never
did too.
fast enough.
Well, my mom had been a secretary and she could type like 90 words a minute, and she could still do shorthand, which I never learned because that seemed like a foreign language to me.
Mhm.
And by then they weren't using it anymore.
Right. Well, they
Right.
were teaching it when I was in high school, but I was taking other classes, so I never took it. And I always regretted it. But then, like you said, it wasn't long. They weren't using it anymore.
Yeah. It's crazy how fast technology has gone since we were born, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of how I mean, you figure 1900s was the first plane flew and the first car. And now we're in 125 years later and it's a whole totally different ballgame.
We have cars that drive themselves.
Mm-hmm. And drones that you can fly from the ground. You know? It's crazy how much technology has changed, but society hasn't changed with it, and schooling hasn't changed with it as much.
Nituation, I don't know. She said, I will never give up space, or the Oxford comma.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My kids tease me all the time. Text messages don't have to be perfect.
Yeah. Try getting someone in this generation to read in cursive.
Oh, I know.
No, because they don't teach it. My daughter, they were taught to sign their name and that was it.
Yep.
And she was 2 years behind my son, and he was like the last year that they taught cursive in their elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you just going to guarantee that none of these kids are going to be historians or archaeologists or work in any field where they have to read old documents and they can't? Like, I don't know, the Declaration of Independence?
Well, I saw a comedian one time that said, you know, they're going to take over, but don't worry, we can take it back. He said, all you got to do is write all your notes in cursive and have a paper map.
And use a landline. Yeah. I see a lot of people are going back to landlines and not getting their kids' cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably a good thing because you learn a lot of social skills using a landline. Because if you called your friends and their parents or whoever answered, you had to be polite on the phone and, you know, answer their questions and be respectful. And I think a lot of that's been lost.
Well, you had to have a conversation.
Yep.
You know?
And you knew their parents were going to, you know, grill you on what the plans were.
Yeah.
How are you doing in school? How did you do on that test?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my son was telling me my son Scott and his wife. Well, both of my daughter-in-laws are so into antiques. It's crazy. And they are saying that a lot of people are going back to the old ways
Yep.
of doing stuff. And, it's just, I think it's because it's, I don't know, it's kind of a comfort thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think taking some of the complexity out of things brings people comfort. If it's simple,
Well,
I don't know. It's like all the knitting tutorials by people or crochet tutorials by people who've been doing it for 10 minutes. And, now think they're going to teach you how to knit or crochet.
I'm going to tell you what my pet peeve is. And I don't know why it bugs me so
You
bad.
just have one? Oh.
Oh, a million. But one of my pet peeves is when somebody is telling you, okay, now see how this is done, and then they do this with their finger. Oh, that drives me nuts. It makes me so mad. I'm like, I want to do whatever it is they're telling me not to do just because.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think, and it's something beginners should learn,
Mm-hmm.
a good tip is don't just watch one tutorial on a technique that you want to learn. Because
Absolutely.
you will find different people have different ways, and sometimes it might make more sense to you, or somebody might be, I don't know, saying something is SSK when it's not, but they're a famous diver, so it's okay.
Well, I mean, I did a tutorial on how I made socks, and all throughout it, I made a point of saying, this is how I do it. Do what works best for you.
Yeah. Like the ones that, like, I'm all for having a podcast and saying, this is what I use or this is what I made, but I don't like the ones where don't buy this yarn or don't use this. Okay, maybe it didn't work for you. It doesn't necessarily mean it won't work for someone else. So, if you're just going to say, this is my experience with it, that's fine.
Right.
When you're telling people who don't know, who've not used the yarn, or new, who don't know, and say, well, don't buy it, maybe there's nothing wrong with it. Maybe it's you. Like,
I know
you can say it's your opinion, but, just flat out saying, don't buy this yarn, it's no good. Unless there's something inherently, physically wrong with it, then.
I know there's a big controversy about the person that has this in their title. This color.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, some of her tutorials, I didn't think were that good.
Yeah, I've used some of them in the past, but I found other people I like better since.
Right.
That's why I say don't use just the same person.
But now she's told all of us to F off.
Yep.
So.
That's fine. That's, got the message. I will, there's plenty other people doing tutorials. But I just think somebody who's not been doing it very long and does not have a grasp of the basics is not somebody you should be learning from. That's why if you're new, you can look at more than one tutorial, because the person you're watching that you randomly found on YouTube might not be the best person to teach it. Yeah. And then you're doing it wrong. And then some other times someone will see you knit, or they'll say, hey, that's not how you do that. And,
it's like, this is what works for me.
Yes. But
so that was when I did a tutorial, because I thought about that. I thought, well, what is it that I have to add that other people haven't already done? And the only thing I came up with that was, well, maybe I will explain something to someone better than somebody else.
And that's how it is.
Yeah.
Mimi says she's over it. She doesn't care anymore if they tell her to go away. Guess what, babes? I'll learn the technique and then use it for goals. Suck it while I make things for babies. Exactly.
I love her.
Yeah, but
Well, they're
I
so
mean-
arrogant about it. You know, and she was pretty arrogant about it. She's like, well, this is how I think. And if you don't feel like that, then go.
I wanted to say, lady, you're not the first person to tell us that if we don't agree with you, you should go. How has that worked out for you? It's like all the ones who are going to lose business after this,
Mhm.
because they've told so many people not to buy their yarn, not to buy their patterns. And then, a few months down the road, I don't understand what's happening. I'm going out of business because no one's buying my product. Well, it would never
It's
occur to
always
them that they told
not you.
people not to buy their product, And
My tutorials are not for you. Okay.
God.
they're not that great anyway.
Absolute
But you're not
arrogance.
the only one doing tutorials.
Yeah, and sometimes she doesn't explain things very well anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I mean, I have used her tutorials in the past, but
Mhm.
I don't find that they're the be all end all. I don't feel like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to use her tutorials anymore. Like,
It's like, and I don't even bother to,
remember she's a thing. So
yeah, and I don't bother to unfollow people so much anymore because
Mhm.
I know who I'm doing business with, and you know what, I know who I'm spending money with, and it's just not worth the effort, to put them in my head to say, oh, I need to go make a list of people not to follow.
I don't make a list. I just unfollow like on Instagram, and I'm just like they don't show up.
Yeah, when something happens in a post I don't like, I'll do it. But
Yeah.
usually I'm not setting out to just go unfollow people, but
No, because that's what they do.
Mhm. Now, have I unfollowed her now? Absolutely. If you tell me you hate me and you don't want me to have,
well, yeah.
and I don't want to see any other hateful things that she's going to spew.
Right.
Well, if there were tutorials of hers that you liked, you could always download them, and then you could watch them again, and she wouldn't get views. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because she's not selling a product; she's just monetizing her channel. So
Yeah, I don't want to watch her.
and we have plenty of lovely yarn dyers who make us
Yes.
lovely yarn, that we don't have to go after the woke ones
Mm-hmm.
or buy from the woke stores who,
Mm-mm.
only want to sell protest stuff.
Yeah. I'm mad that they're trying to take red away from us.
Well, think about this. Remember how many yarn businesses closed after the Pussy Hat shenanigans? So I think this red hat thing might affect their bottom lines in a way they're not predicting.
Mhm.
But I don't know.
But if you'd like to make a MAGA hat out of really pretty yarn, Chicken Lady dyed this for me. And it is gorgeous. It's sparkly. Like I said,
Well,
my doctor cried when I told her I asked Lynn to dye it for me.
I mean, everybody has a right to protest something they don't agree with. I'm not,
Mhm.
as long as they're doing it in the appropriate way, because the Constitution says you have the right to assemble peaceably, not the right to prevent businesses and law enforcement and everything else from going into, there's a time and place, and if you're doing it right, then you have go for it. You can protest if you want, but you don't get to tell me what to do.
Right.
And you'd think they would have learned that by now, but no.
You'd think, but no.
And if, I've got to say, if so many of them are spending so much time knitting protest hats that they're not out actually, causing mayhem, it might be a good thing.
Well, and they could be making blankets.
They could be.
It could be. I mean, our people, they have so much good yarn and good ideas and good, like
Mhm.
Lynn has a year-long make-along, 26 and 26.
Yep.
And so that's a fun thing to try to do.
There's plenty of stuff for people that don't hate you.
Yeah.
Tina has 2 knit-alongs that are sweaters.
Yep. J-Bam.
J-Bam.
And Renee's got a bingo, and Knit and Anna DK have their Knit Against the Machine bingo. And
I got to watch that. I haven't watched that yet.
Well, you better get on it because
I
it's the
know.
9th.
I know. I don't even know what the rules are. What's the rules?
It's until the end of the month, so
Okay. But
Yeah.
what are the rules?
You fill up bingo cards.
Okay.
and it's basically being analog. It's basically get off your phone, get off your, and
Aw.
knit
Like
or
I'm now.
crochet or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Awesome.
She was in a yarn store today to help my friend spend her gift certificate. The red hat was on a mannequin and it just ruined it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty other people who want your money who don't hate you.
But it's
Yeah.
hard if it's your local yarn store. Then
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
you know,
now what do you do?
it's like I get they want to support local,
Right.
but if local people don't want your business, then
If local people hate you,
exactly.
I mean, I will admit now, honestly, I don't even go into my local yarn store anymore because I know they're pretty woke.
Mm.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really annoying because they go from when things are going their way,
Mm-hmm.
oh, knitting is fine and relaxful. Do knitting and make for your mental health and you're happy. When
Mhm.
things aren't going their way, knitting is political and it's all about protests. And how dare you think you can just knit for fun? Like,
Yeah.
you can't have it both ways. Okay. People knit and crochet for whatever reason, and you don't get to say as to why they do it.
Right.
They want to spend their time making ugly red hats that don't look good on anybody.
Yeah.
That's entirely their choice. I mean,
Yeah.
secretly, I think subconsciously they're all wishing they were MAGA
Mm.
because red. But it's I don't understand the business of it because you're telling people like all these dyers and pattern designers are saying, "Don't buy my product."
Okay.
Are you rich? Can you afford that? Because quite frankly, I don't care who buys my patterns.
Yeah.
They're there for everybody who wants to knit them. But
Right.
it's like Michael Jordan said, Republicans buy sneakers too. He wasn't going to offend them because he knew, he had a deal with Nike and he wanted to get his money.
That's a smart man.
And it's like the ones saying don't, the virtue signaling are the same people who say they buy the same pattern every time they knit it, which is bullcrap. Nobody does that. But they virtue signal, they do. They're the same kind of people. Like I don't understand it. And I don't understand how their businesses work because that's not how businesses work. You don't say, oh, don't give me money for my product because I don't want your money.
The thing I don't understand is some of them will put out patterns that are so basic. It's like, is this really anything new?
Mm-mm.
Because I can look at it and figure out how to make it.
Yeah, I think a lot of that, though, is sometimes seeing a different version
Mhm.
works with different people. Their different writing style and stuff.
There's a lady that I follow, and she's lovely. She's on YouTube, and she just put out a crocheted granny stitch bandana, triangle bandana. And I'm like,
That
Girl.
sounds
that's not new, And I can't see anything in it. I don't know. Maybe she does different techniques, maybe for the border or something. I don't know. But I'm like, no, I like it and I like her, but no, I have 12 in my library that are exactly the same,
yeah.
I've made them already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for people who've never, maybe beginners.
Or, people coming back to it or who aren't serious.
Yeah.
So they're not
Yeah.
constantly, it's like a basic granny square.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody and his brother in the crochet world now, all these young new influencers have their own crochet granny square. And it's like, these are not new. We've been around forever.
These have been around since, the dawn of time, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to put out a pattern for that for newbies, great. But don't try and charge me for it.
No.
Right. Because you're going to go on YouTube if you wanted it and see
Right.
the free pattern that they got it from,
Mhm.
I will say there was a YouTube video for my one blanket, the stained glass blanket. And I mean, I could follow the YouTube video and make the blanket,
Mm-hmm.
but I went and bought the pattern because, you know, it was enough different that I felt like I wanted to support that person.
Right.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
did see a really.
And not just take advantage of the YouTube. So
I'm not crazy about tons of granny square sweaters. Like the one Amy did was really cool because it was very sleek and minimal. But I found one I liked.
yeah, I'm. Oh,
Because they're
that.
little
Oh.
squares, and the way the colors are, you know, it's
Yeah.
very. Yeah.
What's
But-
the name of
Um.
that? Don't Granny Square pullover.
Probably that's probably the name of it. But it's like, I don't know. It's in well, the site's in Arabic, so I don't know.
Oh yay.
But there's a graph,
Yeah,
and there's a graph on how to do the square. So
for a
it's just
long
a basic granny, 2-row
yeah,
granny.
for a long time I wasn't that crazy about granny squares, but I have kind of come back to it.
They have their place.
They do.
Mhm.
They're just not, you know.
And I think a lot of it has to do with your color choices and the size of them,
And the
And-
weight of the yarn.
the weight of the yarn, the you know, I don't personally for me, I don't want a granny square sweater in Red Heart with giant squares.
Right.
Ugh. But little
I agree.
smaller squares in nicer yarn, you know.
Yeah. I agree.
Therese.
I think
Therese.
Therese is not going to do a Battenberg that with the squares that small.
No.
Mm-mm.
And you know
Mm-mm.
what? Good for you that you're not going to. If I had it
Nope.
to do it, I would not be doing it.
Mm-mm. I love it. I give you all the props, and I really want one.
Mhm.
but
make bigger
I
squares.
know me, and mm-mm. It
I
won't
did find a
grow.
crochet sweater I liked though.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay.
I thought it was cute. Doesn't look too difficult. You know, it's kind of one of the you could probably look at and kind of figure out. But I thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, at least if it's different, some people are, you know, it's so many people out there tutorials showing you how to do a granny square and then charging for
Yeah.
the Ravelry pattern. It's like, really?
No, girl, go to Pinterest.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody learns the granny square at the beginning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you don't know the granny square, call me. I'll tell you how to make one.
Exactly. I did find a 10-stitch blanket I liked though.
Mm-hmm. But the
Hmm.
10-stitch blanket. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, with the cable.
That's not by Frankie Brown, is it?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Close
All
of the-
of Frankie Brown's stuff is free.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one was inspired by the Frankie Brown. It looks like they added the cable to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your choice of yarn is so important with
Yeah.
crochet. With crochet, all of crochet. You know, listen. I have done most of the blankets I've done have been Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I love that yarn.
Mhm.
Not for garments, maybe for a hat, but leg warmers, Tina. But for a sweater,
Yeah.
you can do a cardigan.
Yeah.
I've done some of those, whatever that one is. I got to finish the red one.
The
But a
Like-
pullover,
No, it has to be the right yarn and it has to be the right fit.
and the right weight,
Yeah,
You know,
sometimes
it's
it just looks so bulky and
worsted Aran weight. I mean, we're going back to the
Yeah.
70s now, you know.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
does not flatter anybody's figure really.
No.
my blankets are Red Heart, but I would never dare wear anything to wear.
No. No.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I like Red Heart for blankets because
it holds up to washes and stuff
yes.
and pets. And pets.
Now, I have to finish it. I just have to assemble it and then do the edges. I did that
Good.
cardigan. It's all just double crochet. or half double. I can't remember. But it's that Red Heart brushed. So it's that fuzzy Red
Yeah.
Heart. And that's okay. It's not that stiff, you know.
Yeah, a lot of the acrylic yarns, they've made them a lot softer than
Oh,
they
yeah.
used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. The Hobby Lobby ones really are nice. I've done a lot in the Lion Brown Pound of Love.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to, well, back in the day it was Karen. Simply Soft was the one I did blankets out of.
Yeah.
Before the skeins got smaller and the prices got bigger.
Yeah.
You know, when I could get 7 ounces for $2.99 was different for 5
Yeah.
ounces for $15.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
But then again, for garments, I think you gotta, you know.
Well, I did some blankets with Karen Simply Soft, but the issue that I had with them is that it seemed like a lot of the ends after you weave them in would pop back out.
Pop back out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whereas Red Heart, when you weave those ends in, they're there forever.
Yeah. But there's something to be said for something you can throw in the washer
Mm-hmm.
and dryer.
Out in
You
the
know,
dryer.
I mean, they say don't, make acrylic, but acrylic for somebody who's not got the time or the space to block or want to deal with wool or other
Or you
materials,
have
give
dogs.
a new parents an acrylic baby blanket that they don't have to worry about taking care of.
Mhm.
They're more likely to use it,
Mhm.
and B, they can throw it in the washer and dryer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I've
mean,
given gifts that are wool, but it's never been to somebody with children
right.
because,
Well,
not little kids.
That's
anyway.
my thing with baby blankets. It's like they got enough on their mind without worrying about how to wash the blanket.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That a blanket that you're going to wash and the kid's going to throw up on 3 minutes later.
And Red Heart has come a long way.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
is it ideal now? No, but I have some that's like from
Oh,
the 80s and the 70s. Ew.
talk about really, really plastic.
Yes.
Really plastic, yeah.
Yes.
That awful sound against your crochet hook when you
Oh,
put
yes.
it into it. So,
Squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think, there's all levels of yarn for different purposes, and that
Yeah.
people should use what works for them for whatever and not judge other people. If I had the money, sure, would I use cashmere for everything? Still, probably not, because it wouldn't work. Cashmere. Or, I think there's a time and a place for every kind. There's time and place for linen or cotton.
Yeah.
I like, when I do sweaters, I like to use DK that has the nylon in it, the sport DK or the stock DK, because sweaters, it helps it, last longer
Mhm.
because it's got the nylon. It doesn't
Oh,
pill
sure.
as much as a pure
That
merino.
pilling.
DK.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think each person has to decide what works for them and, not jump down the throat of other people. And I think that's something beginners need to know too. That's another thing that they don't know. Most of them start with
You see the tail wagging?
it's dinner time, pirate.
Dinner.
No, his daddy fed him. He's mad because I brought his blanket in here.
Oh,
The angel blanket. That's his blanket.
he's an Angels fan. What can you say?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Poor dog.
What? What is it you're looking for?
Yeah, poor Angels. But yeah, I'm enjoying doing blankets because I'm using up stash, which
Yeah.
it's nice because I have a lot of it.
Well, back in my day, the blankets that you made were all ripples.
Oh, my God. That
Yeah.
ripple blanket.
And
Uh-huh.
now there's so much more to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to make blankets.
Well, it is. It's a lot more
Mm-hmm.
skill. You can learn new skills and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not those same leisure arts 10 pattern blanket patterns out there back in the day.
Leisure arts, man. They
Yeah.
were the thing.
They were.
This blanket's going to take forever, and that's okay. It's just something for me to just mindlessly do.
Yeah.
It's
But
fine.
it's not, you don't have a deadline on it. It's
No.
not like I want to have this done by so and so time.
Well, that's
No, I mean, maybe next winter,
Yeah, but
Huh?
you're not stressing over it because
No.
right.
it's
Well,
giving
that's
you joy to just knit on it. Mine.
Yeah, just sitting here and you
That's-
watch the colors change and you pick the colors you want and just whatever.
Yeah.
Make mistakes, it doesn't matter because there's one right there. It doesn't matter.
You're
You
the
know-
only one who's going to know.
That's why with my knit along, I didn't say you have to finish it.
Thank you. 'Cause it's not gonna get-
Yeah, no. I mean, expecting people to finish blankets, no. That's
She's saying that because she knows she's not going to be finishing a lot of them either
There's
anytime soon.
26 blankets, yeah.
So finishing is not the object.
no. It's just I want other
The
people.
joy
To,
of-
I want people to craft with me, so I
Yeah.
don't get lonely.
Yeah, exactly. And blankets are useful.
I'm willing to pay for friends. I'll give them. I'll give them prizes to be my friend.
I did find a knit blanket that I might cast on because it uses scrap yarn.
Mm.
And it's simple, looks pretty simple. Squares, circles and
Oh,
squares.
okay.
That's cute.
Mhm.
You know, you can use a
went
ton of
down.
scrap
It
yarn.
went dim.
You did.
Oh.
Damn.
Sorry.
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, those circles don't look like they're too difficult to make because they're just
No.
short rows.
Hmm.
And then you just put a square around it and join them. So I think, and it's a free pattern via Knitty, you know, from back in the day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's DK, but you could hold two fingering together if you wanted to,
Sure.
you know. But I just think there's blankets or something that you can just play with the colors, with the, you know, what you make them out of, whatever works for you.
Well, and like I say, people have a lot more imagination now than the ripple.
Yeah.
Ripple.
And there's a lot of fun Tunisian blankets too.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
So I have not made any
No.
in years. I made one years ago. That was like 30 years ago, maybe more.
There's not enough hours in the day
No,
Okay.
for everything that I want to do.
I have made some,
how?
I have made a little progress.
You
Yeah.
have.
I told people if they want to watch me crochet it in real time, tune in.
Oh, we
See, we've
appreciate
started,
that.
we've started her journey of completing this blanket on midnight.
Mm.
So,
So,
Good.
well, I have to tell you, I get so much done on knit night because I'm not here, you know, playing games on my phone or whatever. I'm paying
Mhm.
attention to what you're saying. So it's made a big difference in the amount of stuff that I get done.
Yep. Me too.
yeah, I'm. This is becoming my year of blankets because I want to use up a lot of staff,
Hmm.
I
and
don't know what my year is. I don't know.
and I'm not doing sweaters because I'm in the process of losing weight and I don't want to make them that don't fit
Right.
later on because I don't want to have to pull them out and reknit them to make them smaller.
Right.
So I decided to take a back seat on that for a little bit. And I have designs I'm working on that will come out next year because I don't want to work on them now. Because, you know, my brain, ADHD and menopause, it affects
it's
you in many,
it's
many,
a-
many ways.
It's an evil combination. Evil.
It really is. It's like, if you don't write things down, and even if you do write things down, you still don't remember.
Well,
Because you have to read the,
I don't
you gotta read
remember
the
to
list.
look at the note that I wrote it on.
That's what I mean. That's
I
what I
can
mean.
forget what
Look
I'm
at the
telling you when I'm in the middle of a story. Very annoying.
Yeah, that's why knitting repetitive patterns are nice because you don't
Mhm.
have to think so much. I'll be
Yeah.
glad to be done with this one. I've enjoyed it, but it's at the tail end of my attention span.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get it done because I'm so close to being done. So,
Right.
and I want to use it too. So.
Done.
Yeah, but this one I
Who
want to
needs
use.
to have them done?
It's just the thought of them. Well, maybe I'll do some patriotic blanket this year too for our thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do one of those.
Yeah, I have one started somewhere.
I have a couple ideas, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I was going to do a knit one, but they take so long, so I'm thinking of doing a
Yeah,
crochet
I'm doing
one.
crochet. Mm-hmm.
That's
I
the
have
crochet. It's like
Mhm.
I have
Those are
Lynn's
done.
Patriot collection. So I might work that into it with
Mhm.
other skeins that I have.
I'm probably
Random.
just gonna go to Hobby Lobby and get red, white, and blue, and
Go early before all the people's start the patriotic crafts closer till summer.
Yeah.
I don't know. In my area, I don't know how many
Well,
people. Yeah.
That's true. But I don't know. Maybe they'll still be knitting red hats for the summer. I did see someone suggested a red kerchief for places where it's hot that you could put a little tail on and make it a protest kerchief. And I'm like, you people are really, really pushing this, aren't you? You know,
Mhm.
but
Until
whatever
they get
floats
their
your boat.
next marching orders,
I still remember
Exactly. Their
one of
next protest.
after Obama's inauguration, one of my doctors asked me if I could make Bernie Sanders mittens. And I said, I could, but I'm not
I'm
going.
not.
Oh,
I have
No.
the ability, but I'm not going to do that.
Bernie, another person who's made multi-millions of dollars while being in Congress, who's never had an actual job as in his entire life.
No.
Other than being in Congress.
oh, he was mayor of Burlington. Give him a break.
Yeah, well,
He was mayor in Burlington when I lived in Vermont. He wasn't worth two dead flies then either.
nothing's changed, that's for sure.
Mm-mm.
Him and AOC, they're quite the combination.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
She actually thinks she can be president. Like, I'm sorry.
Was she born in the United States?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, she's from some swanky place in New York.
Yeah, she went to private school. All her stories
she's
of her soul, her poor background aren't quite true. Just like Mandami, whose parents have a multi-million-dollar home, and he went to private school too. You know, all these communist socialists have rich families.
Uh-huh. Like what's her dingbat down? Jasmine
Crockett, yeah.
Yeah, she went to private school. She's
She
not ghetto.
insists that Republicans are going to vote for her. I think she has a rude awakening. But she's barely literate. I don't know what school she went to, but her language skills have
I
gone
don't know
completely
where she
downhill.
learned that ghetto voice,
Because
but
she didn't talk that way. If you look at her original campaign videos, she talked like a college graduate who,
Mhm.
was well spoken,
Mhm.
thoughtful, and she's just gone off the deep end and insanity. I don't get it. But
Well, I still think it's hilarious the people out here who think Gavin Newsom's going to be president. I'm like,
Ugh.
no, talk to me first. I'll tell you all about Gabby Boy.
well, yeah, he started talking about his poor upbringing, and people pointed out the fact that he didn't have one. I worry about you guys for Swalwell. I don't want you to get that moron
Yeah.
who, had an affair with a spy. Doesn't even live in California. But what
No,
rules are for?
I mean-
Rules are made to be ignored.
I know who we're voting for governor. I just don't know if it's going to happen. Because, out of all of California, where I live is like a red dot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of, but in my area, there's a guy called Bianco, I think that's his name, and he's like been a sheriff, and he's really good, and a lot of people are voting for him, and I'm seeing a lot of signs and stuff for him. So
Sherry, I write my grocery list in the app on my phone, so I don't leave it at home anymore, because I have done that. So I don't take a paper list in with me anymore because I will completely forget it. But I don't know. I hope everybody has a lovely knitting week and crochet week and fiber week and weaving. I was watching Spruce and Linen. I think that's who it was. She wasn't political. I've only watched a couple of her episodes, but she was spinning, made her own yarn, and then did a weaving project, and then did the punch embroidery.
Wow.
And it was so cool. And
What's
all
it
she
called?
talked about was the project Spruce and Linen, I think it is.
Spruce and
She's
Linen.
done several of those. She does a lot of weaving and fiber, and
Ooh,
I don't know what her politics are because I've only watched a couple episodes, but it was very soothing to watch, doing the punch stuff and making a scene, and then how she did the wall hanging and put it on dowels, like the whole from start to finish. It was really nice and relaxing.
I'll look her up.
Yeah, it was kind of nice not to have anybody's opinions. It was just about the craft.
Well, I
I
like
say
to watch.
that's one more show with opinions, but
I like to watch spinners and weavers because, there's so many knitting and crochet podcasts, and
Yeah.
sometimes I like to watch some other.
yeah, Annie's got her husband spinning now that he's retired. He started spinning. She said she doesn't think he's going to knit because he told her she could knit, but she's thinking maybe she could get him to start. But that's not something my husband would do, and that's fine. It's not his thing. He's
Mm-mm.
happy to have a blanket or two, but
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
that's as
The
far
only
as it
thing,
goes.
the only thing David would do, and we used to go to different fiber festivals for years and years and years. And he wants a circular sock machine.
Well, I have somebody working on one right now
Yeah.
for me,
Go.
but they're super expensive to
Yeah.
buy, to just buy outright. And
Mhm.
I just want
That's
something
the
very
thing.
basic. I don't need a ribber because I'm going to do the hand stuff myself because I still
Right.
want to do the toes and cuffs.
Just
And
the
heels.
tube. Right.
The tube. I just want to be able to do tubes because I have so much
Right.
finger and weight yarn that I bought when I was knitting socks, and now I live in Nevada. We don't wear them very often,
Mhm.
so I'd like to make tubes that I can just make quick socks for my nieces and stuff who live where it is cold.
For those
for
of
my
us that
son.
live in cold weather areas.
Yes, yeah, tubes are nice.
We should all make socks and send to Therese.
Yes, you should.
Well, if you'd ever give me your address.
I don't go to the mailbox, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. She doesn't. I have to remind her sometimes to go to the mailbox.
People send me, they're like, you have a package. Okay.
In fact, you have a package coming, by the way.
Oh, see?
It's Amazon though, so I don't know if they come to your door or not.
Yes, they do. Well, it depends. If they go through the USPS, then they'll put it in. We have a bank of
Yeah, we do too.
boxes, and it's clear down there. But most of the time they bring it to the house.
Okay. Well, but yeah, it's just. Oh, Dunkin' gave 1.9 million free iced coffees starting today because of
Ooh.
the commercial. I don't know how you get them.
I like iced coffee.
Download the app and
No.
enter the promo code Goodwill Dunkin' at checkout.
Oh God.
Available. I don't have the Dunkin' app. I don't go. I only go there
No.
once every once in a while when I meet up with a knitting friend. So
Yeah.
we go to the Dunkin' because it's usually empty and we can sit there and have a nice time and not feel like we're wasting table space because no one's ever at. So this time there was actually somebody at a table, which is rare. But I don't know how they stay open, and
I like their
not
coffee.
myself. I do too. When I lived in New Jersey, Dunkin' Donuts was my stop on the way to work.
Here, Tim Hortons. I don't like Tim Hortons. Ugh.
My husband didn't either. He went there when he was driving to Canada and back. He didn't like Tim Hortons.
I don't like Tim Hortons. I like Dunkin'. I like their coffee.
We are finally get some Dunkins out here.
There you go.
And
Their
we're
coffee's
also
very good.
What's that other one we saw today? Shoot. I can't remember. I'm sorry. It's one that, like, if I said the name, you'd go, oh yeah. But just down the street from a Starbucks.
That's okay.
Yeah, they're all right. We have a Dutch Bros that's across the street from Starbucks,
Mm.
and we like both for different reasons. We did our family get together last weekend or the weekend before, where they have a white elephant for $10 gift cards, and my husband's family doesn't drink coffee, so a couple of them brought coffee gift cards, and we ended up with both of them. Because I knew my mother-in-law was not going to go to Starbucks, so I took it from her. She had to pick a different one. But coffee's taboo to them.
Yep.
I don't know why they brought the gift card, because I've never brought a coffee gift card because I thought it would be offensive, and I guess not now.
They don't drink coffee at all.
Against their religion. So I don't know. I ended up with a Dutch Bros and a Starbucks, so I gave one to each kid and said, "Here, have fun," because they're more likely to go.
Yeah.
But-
Yep. Well, my kids have started asking, we'll say, what kind of gift card you want? Give us a grocery store, because they're living out on their own now. So
Yeah. Usually my in-laws, they give us either cash or Costco cards for Christmas, which either one is welcome.
mhm.
Well, Costco, you can get so many different things,
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Although I would like a grocery store gift card.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Trader Joe's, because I don't go to Trader Joe's very often.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind a Trader Joe's card. 'Cause then I can buy all those things that I can't find at other stores.
Yeah.
But then the problem is you get used to them, and then you have to keep going to Trader Joe's to get them.
Like their bruschetta.
They used to have the best salads. I would get them 3 or 4 salads, and then take them for lunch at work. And it was nice. Yeah. Alrighty, I gotta go soon. I gotta figure out what we're gonna have for dinner. Probably leftovers from yesterday, because
Do you want to see my progress?
yes. This is Joan's entry under the Knit Night blanket
Yes.
for the week of
You
February.
got quite a
20th.
bit done.
You
Yeah.
did. That one's going fast.
Yeah. Corner to corners usually do. They're just so quick.
I've never done one with the pattern like that though.
Oh. It's a pain, like with all this stuff I'm gonna have to weave in is a pain, but it's so neat to see the picture. I have Did I ever show you the mini one I made? Minnie Mouse?
Mm-mm. Tina says, "Go, Joan."
Thank you, Tina. Let me see if I can find it quickly.
I've seen patterns that I've wanted to see, but I wanted to do. I've just never
Mhm.
all the ends and
Well, again, don't do a real slippery yarn.
yeah.
Get a yarn that's a little toothy.
Well, usually when I do crochet, I like to have, if there's going to be a lot of ends on the edges, so you can leave,
Oh, how
crochet
cute.
with them. That's adorable.
So cute.
Huge.
Yeah. That's adorable.
I gave it to a friend of mine, a friend of mine's daughter, who had their first grandbaby, and it was a girl.
Oh.
She loves Disney, so there you go.
I like the ends on the edges of the blankets, because then you can crochet over them for the border.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you
And
want.
not-
Or honestly, you can just leave them like this. It's not bad, but yeah, I always put a border on it.
Yeah, I do. I think it keeps it, for especially the corner to corner, it helps it keep its shape,
Mm-hmm.
because it can stretch. I know Amy said something about changing the needles hook size going down the other way, to make it more square, because it kind of flares out sometimes when you're going to the decrease side.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that yet, but I probably will the next time I do one.
I have not had that situation.
Even if I do just a single crochet border, I think it helps it keep it the shape a little bit, depending on the yarn. Like if it's like Red Heart, it's fine. It's not going anywhere.
Yes.
But if you're doing a softer yarn, I think sometimes it's nice to have an edging.
I'm making this out of Red Heart because, it's going camping.
Well, that makes total sense. So you need to find one, make a pattern that's pirate, and then you can do a pirate blanket.
There you go.
I know. I do.
With a little pirate hat on him.
Yes. Well, when we got Pirate, he came with the name Pirate. And I wanted to change his name to Bandit because he has 2 black patches. But I got outvoted. My family was like, "No, Pirate's a great name." So,
Pirate secretly thinking I could have been known as Bandit.
I know.
It would have been a different world.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, he'd still be just as rotten.
And you'd love him anyway.
Oh my God, I love that dog.
And he knows it.
It's kind of scary how much I love that dog.
He knows it.
Yeah,
He knows exactly, that he's the king of the house, and he's.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I saw Annie. I guess Annie's cat actually sat on her lap for the first time in 13 months on her own. So that was very exciting.
Well, how come her cat wasn't sitting on her
So
lap?
the rescue, who was kind of wild and
Mhm.
was very scratchy the first few months, and finally, relaxed enough to come sit on our lap, which is the first time. So I was happy for her because she's been wanting Daisy to.
Oh yeah, it's when we first got Pirate, he was okay with us, but he definitely gravitated toward my husband, and I was like, but I want to love you.
He was seeking out who was going to be the one who gave in the most.
Well, no, I'm the one that gives in the most. It's a thing. All of our dogs have been like that. It's like with pack dynamics, it's like they can tell that he's in charge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, our dog she loved my husband. Like he was her play partner, and then the kids. Like she was very protective of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
She'd knock them down if they were roughhousing and playing. That was okay. But if anyone else,
Mm-hmm.
it was a different story.
Has the nerve to do it to her
When
kid.
my son stopped breathing because he had a really bad asthma attack, we carried him outside to fresh air because the paramedics were coming, and she wouldn't let the paramedics near him because these strange people were going to get to her kid, and he was in trouble. And I had to physically pick up this 80-pound pit bull and put her in the house because she was protecting her kid. That's what she did. And, I couldn't blame her. I was glad that, she wanted to protect him, but it was just timing was really bad. So,
yeah.
He probably shouldn't have been having her sleep in his room since he was allergic to dogs, but, he might not have had that asthma attack. But so I don't know. Maybe she realized she was the cause. I don't know.
Yeah, it's great when because Pirate, even though the boys did not live here when we got him, he loves them so much and gets so excited when they come over. And we had a guy that when our air conditioner went out and we had to have somebody come in, and my husband was laughing. He said the guy was over there working on the air conditioner with his right hand and petting Pirate with his left hand.
So we had a guy who was coming to fix the cable one time, and our dog, she was a pit bull, and the mailman was worried, and she just loved it on him. And he was like, well, I don't know why I'm scared. This is the most pleasant dog I have on my route. And she just roll on her back and wall her tongue out like, here I am, pet my belly.
Oh, Pirate wants to help him work on things. You need my help? I can hold that wrench for you. But he doesn't help my husband with the pool like Chips did. Chips used to help my husband with the pool. She'd go out there with him. But
Pirate has different skills. He's a hunter.
He's definitely a hunter. And it's so funny. Everybody that we tell that he killed, rather than being horrified by it, they're like, send him to my house. Because we have so many gophers around here.
Probably a California thing. They probably don't want you to do anything about them. They're probably endangered.
Well, I don't know why, but we have a school like exactly next door, and they have so many. And I don't know if they have so many because they've let them go wild. They don't try to capture them. I don't know.
Well, that can't be safe for their fields that the kids run on if they had gopher holes.
Well, I mean, we had so many at one time. I was like, you don't think our house is just going to drop, do you? With all the tunnels under it.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good.
But we have a gopher hunter now, so
Maybe they'll
Or-
stay away from your yard because they fear him.
I'm hoping it's like,
Train him to go out and patrol the yard.
Tell a friend, don't come back.
They can't tell a friend. He killed him.
Well,
Put
my
him up on
husband,
like the dead one and put him up on a pole and say,
right?
Yeah,
"Whoa."
like Cromwell. Yeah.
Well, my husband is actually a professional gopher killer himself because we had to pay so much for this guy that was come and kill gophers for us because we had so many. And he finally was like, "Look, I'll teach you how to do this." It was like he didn't want to come to our house anymore, but it was like $40 a gopher.
Wow.
And so,
Like if one is in Florida.
yeah, so he told my husband how to do it, and he told him where to buy professional gopher traps because the ones at Home Depot are garbage.
Hmm.
And
Well,
so,
it's nice that he told you that because
yeah. Well, I think he felt sorry for us because we're old.
not that anybody wants professional gopher killing on their.
No.
There's not a certificate for that, I'm sure, in the civilian world anyway. Maybe in the exterminator world there is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, he I think at last count he killed like 40, something like that.
Wow,
So,
that's a lot of gopher. Pirate, get to work.
well, it's so funny because they'll pop up and look at you. Like,
Yeah.
you little jerk.
I keep seeing Bill Caddyshack going through my head,
Mhm.
popping up.
Oh, did he see his shadow?
Yeah.
I think so. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how they know, but that's what they say.
I'm sorry.
Bill
Well,
Murray. Yeah.
our Eagles lost their. Oh, sorry. Our Eagles lost their eggs this year, and they think it's because the weather has been so warm up in Big Bear that they left the
That's
nest
too long.
too much.
That's nature,
Yeah.
fortunately. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Joan. We appreciate it.
No
It's always
problem.
fun to see you and encourage you crocheting blankets because, J-Bam and all that.
Well, I'm loving that I have specific time for this one, so I think it's that's a good thing. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
I got to decide which. I have one coming with Tina, but that's going to be a few weeks before I start. So I got to decide what I'm going to just cast on after this one. Maybe my anthology. I have a set of Advent yarn from like 3 years ago that I could use for that. It's the 24 minis, which is what it calls for. So maybe I'll do that.
what's interesting,
another
some blankets have an end, and some are like open to interpretation.
Well, I think that one kind of is open to interpretation once you realize the increased
This
rate.
one?
Not that one, but
Oh.
the
That
anthology one.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that one you can make bigger because I think Tara and even Tabitha, I think made theirs bigger. I'm not sure
Mhm.
when they did them, and I think Shauna's is bigger than it calls
One.
for too.
I haven't done one. This one is it has a specific end because we get new square patterns to do every month, and you do 10 squares. So I'm using not a fade.
Ombre.
I'm doing an ombre with it. So even though I'm doing the same square over and over, it's changing colors.
Well, that's fun. That makes it a little bit more
Yeah.
bearable than changing
Yeah.
every row.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll have 120 squares then.
No, they said in November the pattern to put them together was going to come out. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be like 90 or 100. I don't know.
Oh dear. Okay, well that's probably a sign to go.
Yeah.
So
All right.
thank you guys. Thanks chat for being here. And
Yeah.
if you have any tips that you want us to share, about knitting or crochet, let us know and we'll talk about them. Who to watch, who not to watch, because evidently there's a lot of people not to watch or follow anymore. So it's always good to see who people decide who they're going to follow or not, and
There's any new
who wants our money or not, basically.
I lost a subscriber. It's so weird because I have so few. It's like when I lose one, I notice.
Yeah, but that
I
could
think
just be
YouTube
YouTube.
does that though.
Yeah.
YouTube.
What's that? Yeah.
Sometimes YouTube will do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you decide, are you going to be a KnitPicks ambassador?
I don't. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. So
I got the email a couple weeks ago, but I didn't want to, because I remember when Tabitha got kicked out from being one because she wasn't promoting them enough.
Yeah. So I'm thinking with my low count, my low subscriber count, they may not be interested in me, which is fine.
They might. You don't know. I mean, they might be trying to branch out. I don't know. If you were, at least you can try some of their new yarn bases, because they got a lot of new yarns.
I have 4 of these full of Felici. 4.
Or maybe not. When do the new Felici colors come out? Twice a year? Something like that?
It's been coming out in November.
It's only once a year now? Because it used to be twice, didn't it? It's the spring colors and then the fall colors.
But now they're putting out, they used to only put out maybe 6 or 8. Now they're putting out a lot more. So, 6 of one, half dozen of another. I got to start looking at my, next week, I'll look at my fall fabric.
Oh, yeah.
So I have winter.
That's cute.
Yeah. And this to go with it.
Oh, very cute.
I have a lot of fall. I don't know if you remember the great craziness of last year with the fall fabric. Sorry, I'm not trying to flash you.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If buying the fabric makes you happy, go for it.
Yeah. Well, I was going to make so many quilts.
Yep.
Not
All right. You guys have a lovely evening. Thanks, chat. We will see you next week. I don't think Carol will be here next week, but I think she'll be here the week after.
Okay.
And maybe Tina, if she's not dyeing yarn.
And I will be working on my camping blanket.
See, now we can be voyeurs and watch how this blanket gets bigger and bigger every week.
And how it's going to be gigantic and hot when it's hot here.
Well, better hope your AC keeps working.
I know. Well, that's the beauty of making squares. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm going to stop talking now.
Yeah, that's this one. I'm getting tired just because it's so much bulk to move back and forth. I'd be happy to have one that squares. Right, thanks, everybody.
Hey guys.